The US Bank Altitude Reserve credit card is one of the most slept on travel credit cards in the entire game. And if you use this card right, you're going to get 4.5% back on every single purchase. And no, that's not clickbait. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get this. But this card is pretty hard to get approved for. But lucky for you, I went in person to a US Bank branch and talked to one of their bankers who gave me all the secrets to get approved for this card. And now I'm just going to turn right back around and give it to you. So today I'm going to be showing you the exact steps you need to take to get approved for this card, as well as breaking down every single aspect and giving you all the information that you need to know. So the first step that you want to take to getting approved for this credit card is actually going and opening up a US Bank checking account. US Bank prioritizes their relationship with the customer, so the more money you give them and the more of their products that you use, the more likely that you're going to get approved for the Altitude Reserve and the higher limit you can potentially get. And you don't even have to have money in that checking account, just keep it open like 3 to 6 months before you actually go and apply for this card. But the second thing that's going to be a good idea is to put some money in the checking and savings accounts for at least 2 weeks before you go and apply for this card. This is going to make US Bank think that you're actually using their checking and savings account and be more likely to approve you. Alright, the third thing that you're going to do, and this one's going to be the most difficult on this list, is make sure that you have at least a 720 credit score. I've never seen someone get approved for this card that has under a 720 credit score, so make sure you have at least that when applying. The fourth thing that you can do, and you don't necessarily have to do this, but it's going to make you a lot more likely to get approved for this card, and this is one of the things recommended to me by US Bank's employees, is to have at least one credit card open with US Bank. But it's better if you have 2 to 3, but make sure that you have at least one. But don't worry, you're not going to have to open a credit card and then never use it. US Bank has some of the best credit cards in the game, so you can open up a card like the Cash Plus or the Altitude Go, and then use that for a couple months before applying. The fifth thing and the final thing is watch how many inquiries you have in your account. The one thing that US Bank's a little bit weird about is they don't like to see a lot of recent inquiries and new accounts open. So if you really want to get this card, I'd wait at least 6 months before your last hard inquiry before applying for this credit card. So if you do all these 5 things, I'm pretty confident that you're going to be approved for this card. So now that you know exactly how to get approved, let's decide if this is actually going to be a good fit for you. So the first way that they give you value back is with a huge sign-up bonus. You're going to get 50,000 points when you spend $4,500 within 3 months, which is pretty hard to hit as far as the sign-up bonus goes. But if you're trying to get this card, you're probably already a heavy spender, and that's not going to be too difficult for you to hit. That 50,000 points is either going to be $500 if you redeem it for cash back, or $750 if you redeem it for travel. So you're going to recover that $400 pretty quickly. And the good thing is those points never expire, so you're not going to be in a rush to try to go and spend those. And like I mentioned earlier, this card is loaded with statement credits and benefits. The first, and what makes this $400 annual fee so justifiable, is you're going to get $325 in statement credits for dining and travel. And what I absolutely love about this statement credit is you're not going to have to jump through any hoops and loops to get it like you will with the Amex Gold, where you have to redeem it through Grubhub. As long as you're using this card for anything travel or dining related, those statement credits are automatically going to be applied. And obviously a lot of people are traveling and everyone's eating, so you're going to be able to use that $325 statement credit pretty quickly. And this is a premium travel credit card, so of course you're getting lounge access. If you don't know what a lounge is, whenever you go through an airport, you can go into one of their lounges, and while you're waiting for your flight, there's some really nice seats that you can relax in, and you're going to get free drinks and food, so it makes the whole airport experience a lot nicer. And with this card, you're going to get 8 free visits every single year. Also, another great thing to see is it comes with 0 foreign transaction fee, which is always something that you want to look for in a travel credit card. The next thing that they give you is statement credit for TSA pre-check and global entry, so that's going to help you get through those airport lines a lot quicker. You also get travel insurance, so this is going to protect you for things like if your trip's canceled and cover any accidents that happen while you're traveling, and it'll give you rental car insurance too. But one really cool thing that this card gives you is access to the Visa Infinite Concierge. So this is going to be a line that you can call whenever you want, so they're pretty much going to be the Alfred to your Batman, and whenever you want something, you can just call them up and they'll get it done for you. And I wanted to get some real life stories of how people are actually using this, so naturally I went to Reddit. Some examples of the concierge line helping out is them calling a bunch of different auto shops to find the lowest rate, or calling a bunch of barbers for you in the city that you live in to tell you who's going to give you the best price, pick out a restaurant for you and also make reservations there, and pretty much just help you with whatever task that you want. So that's definitely an advantage that you're going to want to take advantage of, because you're pretty much going to get access to a personal secretary whenever you want it. So let's move on to the next section of this video, which is going to be the most exciting part, because it's going to be the rewards that you're earning and also the best way to redeem them. And like I promised earlier in this video, there's a way to redeem your points, so you're pretty much getting 4.5% back on every single one of your purchases. So there are 3 different categories you're going to earn rewards in. One is just 1 point on everything, like most credit cards give you, but the exciting one is 5 points back on every dollar spent on travel when booked through the Altitude Rewards Center. And then my personal favorite, and why I absolutely love this card, is you're going to get 3 points for every dollar spent on all your mobile wallet purchases. So whenever you use Apple or Samsung or Google Pay, you're going to get 3 points back on that. And right now, over 90% of merchants accept Apple Pay, and that number is just going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing. So pretty much wherever you use this card, you're going to get that 3% back. But the redemption rates for this card is really where it starts to become OP. If you want to redeem for cash back, it's going to redeem at 1 cent per point, which is pretty solid redemption rate. But if you redeem it through travel through the Altitude Rewards Center, you're going to get a 50% boost on all your points, which means your 5 points on travel is going to be 7.5 points. And your 3 points on mobile wallet is going to be 4.5 points. So as long as you use Apple Pay, and like I said, everyone accepts Apple Pay nowadays, you can be getting 4.5% on almost every single purchase. this. So like I said, you can get 7.5 points for every dollar spent on travel, 1.5 point for everything else, and you're getting $325 worth of statement credit, which is super easy to use. Plus all the other premium travel benefits like the concierge line and the global entry statement credits, plus the lounge access. That's going to easily justify that $400 annual fee, and you're going to be getting way more value back, which is why I think this is such a good travel credit card. And one more benefit that we all love to see is this is a beautiful card design. It's made of metal and it weighs about 15 grams, so you're going to get to hear that clangy noise when you throw it down on the table. But no credit card is perfect, and always I give completely unbiased reviews, so I'm going to give you some of the cons that come with getting this card. The number one con is that there's no travel partners that US Bank has right now, so if you want to transfer your points to someone like Hilton and get a boost on how much your points are worth, you're not going to be able to do that. The next is that US Bank is a conservative lender, so you're really going to have to build up that relationship with them and have a pretty good credit score and income. Another con is there's no pre-approval like there is with a lot of other credit cards, so you're going to be getting a hard inquiry if you apply for this credit card. But if you followed everything that I showed you at the beginning of this video, I'm confident that you're going to get approved and get a pretty healthy limit too. If you're interested in getting this card and want to get one of the other credit cards to start building up that relationship, I made a full breakdown of every single one of US Bank's credit cards, so go check that out and figure out which one's right for you. And as always, make sure you subscribe.